Okay. I think everything's calmed down a bit, maybe? Alright, good. And hey, this time I remembered to start recording before I went fully live. Anyway, so, hi, I'm Sean, Librarian Writer Geek. You can see my relevant stuff down there. That's my Twitter handle, my Twitch, and YouTube account. So if you watch this and you want to watch it later, or you watch this on YouTube and you want to watch it live, either way, I'm same person, same thing in both places. So easy to find. And that's also my website if you want to find out more about me and what I'm doing and what I'm up to. Anyway, so last time, if posted on YouTube, actually a couple of days ago, so that's cool. Anyway, last time got most of the way through this. This is Level Up Advanced 5th Edition. It's the Adventurer's Guide, which is basically the player's handbook, but you know, whatever. Guess we can't. I don't know if we can't call it that for some reason. Whatever. Either way, we got most of the way through that. That will probably be taking a quick look at. I think it's going to be maneuvers and maybe some other stuff, but then fun, exciting stuff. I'm going to go through creating a character, which was determined via polls, and ultimately it came down to creating a plain touched herald, which plain touched is either a tiefling or an Azamar. They're the same heritage, whatever thing. They're lumped together in this for reasons. And the herald is basically a paladin, but we changed some terminology around. But anyway, that's what we're going to be doing today. And I don't know. No, I'm not. I also switched over to actual OBS instead from Streamlabs, so I'm maybe kind of getting used to things. Window. Okay, right. I closed a thing. It's not sure I wanted to do that, but that's fine. Actually, can I? Is there a dock thing? Hey, hello. Hey, Valerie. Yay. Okay, so I guess you just got out here. Anyway, right. Gonna be finishing this up, and then the character we're gonna be making is going to be a plain touched herald. So either a tiefling or an Azamar paladin, basically. But we'll be getting to that. Also, I have switched to OBS or non-Streamlabs, whatever, but for and I'm gonna be maybe fiddling with some of that stuff because I no longer have the nice handy overlay thing where I can just have like the chat or alert box kind of pop up when I want it. Is there Twitch activity feed maybe? Is that the thing I want? Is that the thing I like? I don't know. Let's see. Okay, maybe that's helping. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's right. OBS did some things and does some things differently or doesn't do certain things. I'm going to have to figure it out. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Anyway, but hey, I can still use the nice little overlay that I got earlier with Streamlabs. So, hey, that's good. Anyway, I've been talking for about 5 minutes, so let's just get to it. And I'll try to pop back and forth between looking at the PDF and looking at chat. I haven't switched yet because I haven't needed to, but I do not look forward to it. Yeah, I don't know how it's going to be for you because I mean, I know you do most of your stuff like I don't know how you. I think don't you do most of your gaming stuff on a console, so that might not be as big a switch for you. Whereas I do all my gaming on the same thing that I'm doing the streaming through, so I can't have those. So I might get stuff. I don't know. Things are gonna happen. Anyway, let's. I'll probably have to play around with this stuff, cause yeah, right, yeah, PS4. Um, but hey, I have Monday off, so I might be able to take some time then to fiddle with some things. Anyway, yeah, right, yeah. Right. So anyway, but let's jump to this thing. See, at least this works. This works nice. Nice. Anyway, all right, and I'll try and pop back and forth between things. Anyway, so right here we have the thing. We already looked at this stuff. Skipping, jump, boop, 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 boop. Okay. All right, so we already did equipment. I guess we could probably take a look through multiclassing. I don't know. Sure, let's at least take a flip through here. Here, there we go. Standard equipment class features. Right, you got your standard. Hey, here's the stuff you get from multiclassing into this stuff. Da 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 da. Spells, multiclassing, feats. I think there are some new feats, and I kind of want to take a look at some of those. Okay, like right here's one. Right, yeah, this looks like they're variant of Warcaster, so you're gaining a D6 on concentration checks instead of just having advantage. Da da da. Instead of making opportunity attack, yeah, it's literally that. There's, yeah, but yeah, something else they I think they did bring back some other right. Let's see, synergy feats where. Certain levels, every class gains ability score improvements. Optionally, choose unique synergy feats in place of their ability score improvements if they meet certain prerequisites. Most synergy feats require class level in specific classes or other synergy feats as prerequisite. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, they've added some prerequisites, but that potentially means here's some more fun things you can do. So, okay, Blade Chanter. Alright, so you need to be 3rd level fighter, 3rd level wizard, and have 2-weapon fighting. But, so that's kind of oof. Wearing no armor, light armor, medium armor, gain bonus to your AC equal to your intelligence modifier. If you need to make con check to maintain a spell due to taking damage, you spend 2 exertion to succeed. Hit a character with a melee weapon, you can actually hold on. It's obviously quiet. It shouldn't be quiet. Let's get some music. Let's get some ambience. Some ambiance. There we go. That's much better. I can actually turn it down a little more. There we go. Okay. Da 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 da. So that's cool. And here's other feats you can actually take further down the lines. That's kind of cool. Proficiency bonus with deceptive stance and painful pickpocket maneuvers. Okay. Full rush crafting expert. Oi. There's some fun stuff. Crossbow expertise. Deadeye. Proficiency with far shot stance and ricochet maneuvers. Okay. 2 at once. Da 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 da. Yeah, there's definitely some they've definitely put more into this, and that's not a bad idea, I suppose. That's at least interesting. Let me see. Study specialized techniques used by divine agents known as heralds to gain following benefits: proficiency in your choice of martial weapon, rare weapon, or shields. 2 divine lessons of your choice. Okay. So is there martial scholar, keen intellect, lightly outfitted, light armor, efficiently training, strength, dex, +1, proficient. I can just turn this down a bit on my end as well. So. Okay. Bitten by a vampire, taken necrotic damage equal to quadruple your level from a single attack. Okay. That's interesting. Yeah, variety. Yeah, there's a lot of definitely a lot of stuff going on. There's definitely there's new feats obviously, but oh my god, you can become a vampire. Okay. All right. That's definitely a thing to do. Okay. Let's see. Full arm savant. Power caster. Okay. Range is doubled. Ignore half cover. Eh. Is this? I don't know. See, I saw. Okay, so we got that. Oh. Hey. Very. Yeah. Yes. Herald. Technically. Oh. Hey. Thank you for the follow. Oh. Sorry. We're just looking through some of the feats, and I'm getting used to OBS instead of Streamlabs, so I'm. Yes. Right, yes. Yeah, there's definitely some. Yeah, it's interesting because apparently at least some of them are okay. You need different combinations of different classes to take these feats or whatever, and but then you could go down this line of multiple feats. So I don't know. It's a way to develop your class further, I guess. Specialized technique fight against magic users more effectively. That's cool. But yeah, just kind of swiftly moving through this before getting to character creation because that's gonna be a thing. Okay. That vendetta. That's. Yep. Harbinger of Doom finally emo representation. Yeah. Yeah. Uh huh. So expertise died attack rolls, initiative checks made against creatures that are part of your vendetta. Oh my. This is. This is definitely some weird, crazy story potential that they're putting in here. This is nuts, but I love it. I love it. Okay, and that's feats. It's definitely gonna be weird and crazy. Okay, ability scores. Yeah, I don't think we really need to go through this. We know how these works. Actually, I think is there. Just gonna expertise. Okay. Right. Here's the thing. Okay. Expertise dice. So where do we explain those? Factors affect their. Da, da, da. Okay. See. Alright, just gonna keep going. Da 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 da. Efficiency bonus saving throws skills, maybe? I don't know. There's definitely a... there's some new skills as well that I kind of think are interesting and say some things about the world. I also like that they include. I do like they include. Uh, there's specialties among skills. Those will come in later. That's where expertise dice come in, I think. I don't know. I'm gonna have to flip back. Where is this? Skill specialties. 2 skill specialties at first level, an additional specialty when their proficiency bonus increases. Choose any specialty in a skill they're proficient. Make an ability check where your skill specialty applies. You gain an expertise die for that ability check. Okay, right. So it's okay. You get to so okay. So like right, if you take a particular expertise in acrobatics or with acrobatics and say have a focus in, I don't know, we'll say tumbling, sure. So if slash when that kind of a situation comes up, you get to add a certain die to the roll, and I think it does vary from depending on your level of expertise. This is that was a little too much. Anyway, new skills like engineering. That's handy. That I feel like that covers so much stuff that could potentially come up in a game. Yeah. Yeah. Let me see what other culture. There's another one I really. Yes. Culture. Why is that not a thing in Vanilla 5e? Why did that? Who? See, persuasion, sleight of hand, stealth, religion, survival. Da 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 da. Here's some examples of things you could do. Sleight of hand, stealth, survival. Do ability check criticals. Okay, physical skills, social skills. Okay, adventuring. I think we're gonna just skip through this. Most of the da 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 da. Most of this is not. This is in-game things. I'm sure they're crafting items handy to know, but yeah. Yep. Crafting items, good stuff to know, but not necessarily something I'm interested in delving into at the moment. Spell modifications. That. Oh boy. Oh boy. Prestige rating. I'm sure that's. Okay. Handy. Handy to have. Handy to keep keep. Definitely something to be aware of. All right. Combat. Do we even need? I guess we need. Just in case you don't know how combat works in this game, which. Why are you playing advanced fight this game if you don't know like regular? Whatever. Need help. Press sprint. Search. guess maybe there's a couple more things to do. Right. Combat maneuvers, which we'll be getting to in a moment. Attack rolls, modifiers, unseen attackers and targets, range attacks. Oh gosh, melee attacks. Immunity. Fatigue. Right. Side. Right. Okay. Various environments and stuff you might run into. Fun. Movements. Combat maneuvers. Here we go. Here's the actually interesting new stuff. All right. So we have a bunch of different combat traditions. Okay. So in this game, there's no longer a battle master fighter. That is no longer a class option. So instead, what we've got is like all of the martial classes. So fighters, rangers, rogues, all the rogues, the berserker / barbarian, herald / paladin, all these guys, adept / monk, all these guys, they all get to learn, they get combat maneuvers instead. And some of them get to pick from a list of combat traditions, and some of them, and I think fighter gets to pick all of them. Martial. I don't know if the martial gets one, but I'm sure the martial gets them. I don't know if I think they get from a list, but most of them, anyway. So right, we got maneuvers. You do a thing, or you do a thing, and target makes a saving throw, which is standard saving throw rules. And I think we also have stances. Activate a combat stance requires a bonus action. The combat stance remains active until you're knocked unconscious. Stunned, activate a different combat stance. Start a long rest or choose to end it on your turn. Okay, exertion pool. Expend exertion points. Max number of exertion equal to double proficiency bonus. Strength. Expend hit dice and recover D4 exertion points for every hit die expended. Takes a minute per expended hit die. Ooh. And yeah, don't worry. Part 1's up on my YouTube channel, which is same name as here. It's part 1's already up, so you can catch that when this is over. Anyway, I think everybody gets access to basic maneuvers. Yeah, all creatures can use basic maneuvers even if they don't have access to combat maneuvers. And that includes things like trying to disarm your target, grabbing your target, yay! Grabbing onto a target, grappling your target. Oh my gosh, that's... They made it so much simpler, and 5e already had pretty simple grappling rules, but I love this. Knocking them down, overrunning them, shoving them. It's... oh, that's great. That's just wonderful, and I love it. Yeah, they do look interesting. Gabo, right, Gabo. Yes, they do look interesting, and I like them, and I want to see them in action. I'm a little bothered by this. I both like and dislike this because we've got a huge... we're just going to list out all the combat maneuvers and give a quick explanation. I like that they gave a quick explanation, but they don't give any indication as to which maneuver belongs to which tradition, and that's annoying. That annoys me because it's like I don't because it means I have to go further on and find the actual discussion of the different whatever, not maneuver thing, whatever, tradition. Is that the word? Whatever. I think, yeah, combat tradition, and then go, and from there go, oh, okay, this is what this is. This goes with this, and what is this tradition about? So I appreciate things like, okay, here's 3 quick terms that give you a general vibe for it. That's cool. It's annoying. But again, this big long list of all the combat maneuvers, and I'm like, okay, this feels overwhelming, and you don't want to overwhelm people. I know this is supposed to be the advanced version of 5th edition, but that's it like I was last week when we were looking at equipment. But yeah, last week looking at equipment and going, okay, yeah, I like that. I understand why we arranged things by. Oh, jeez. Can I move this? Maybe. I don't know. I should fiddle with this later. It's like I understand why they put things the way they did, because it's arranged by what is the die you use for this particular weapon. I get that. That makes sense. But at the same time, instead of saying, okay, here's all the simple weapons and putting them in one table, the simple weapons and the martial weapons are mixed together. So it's like, okay, I need to go through this and double check, because if I'm one of those classes that doesn't have proficiency with martial weapons, I don't know. I'm not sure. I should not be having to do this. It's much easier to just look at the thing and go, okay, here's a list of all the simple weapons. If you have proficiency with simple weapons, you can use any of these weapons. Easy. Anyway. There's a lot of these thingies. They do have very nice, good name. I do think they have some pretty cool names for the fighting styles or traditions or whatever. And that's cool. And it's very evocative. And again, the art looks just great, and I love this stuff. Tooth and claw. Fun. Okay, I think, yeah, unending wheel. Right, we're almost to the end. Okay, and I don't think... Okay. Spellcasting, I guess, can go... Do we want to go through spellcasting? I guess we should take a quick look through spellcasting. We are going to be making a class that does have spells. Right. We all understand how spells work. And casting time, and da-da-da-da-da. Components, vocalize scene and materials. Excuse me. I guess I appreciate that they changed the S to stand for scene components as opposed to somatic, because that's a lot less confusing terminology-wise, because maybe people don't know what somatic means. But Bah. And right, all the spell lists are in the classes, so we can just have this list of actual spells here, which, that's kind of nice. Got some new let's see, anything new and interesting. I know. Second, friendship. Yeah, we got a bunch of. Da, 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 da. So, yeah, we got a bunch of stuff that's straight out of the. Thing. Oh, what? Wait, what is this? Yeah, arcane muscles. That's nice. That's cool. Let's see, what is this? Muscle swell with arcane power. Too clumsy, effectively wield weapons, but strong enough to power up for a powerful punch until the spell ends. For about a minute. Spellcasting ability score for athletics checks and for the attack and damage rolls of unarmed strikes. Unarmed strike deal d6 bludgeoning damage and count as magic for purposes of overcoming resistance and immunity to non-magical attacks and damage. So, short version, take this cantrip. It's a cantrip. And you can be a punching wizard. You can punch people and be a wizard. Okay. Arcane Riposte. Okay, that's a melee specific thing. I thought that felt like Hellish Rebuke, but maybe it's not. Gosh, how many pages of this are there? Good grief, there's so many. But oh wait. This is... yeah. I don't know how much of this stuff is actually new versus just, yeah. Dead weight. Weight greatly increased. Okay, sure. Eldritch Cube. Okay. I guess I do appreciate that. Do like that there's rare versions. I don't know if this is like you can maybe find this or learn this. I don't know. Yes, Muscle Wizard. Yes. It's. I have a friend Ned who I don't know if he would appreciate it, but he has I think he would appreciate the idea of it, if nothing else. But get rare versions. I guess this does some other stuff. I don't know if I'd have to go back and look and see. Okay, what's the deal with the rare thing? Takes way more damage for the spell. Is stunned until the end of his next turn. That's cool. Like, okay. I don't know. Let's see. Some of them have rare versions, I guess, and some of them do. Not all of them, but that's cool. I'm curious as to why there's a ghost goblin here. What is the... okay. Alright. Let's see. Okay, so Fairy Fire. Alright, we know what Fairy Fire does. What's this do? When an affected creature is damaged by a weapon attack, it takes d4 psychic damage and is rattled until the end of its next turn. Okay, that's fun. That's interesting. I wonder... that's... and there are rules for, like, making and tweaking stuff. Oh, gosh. How long does... okay, wow. Okay. Oh, gosh. Okay, so we have two variants of Fireball. One that deals even more damage. And one that deals necrotic damage. That's interesting. I'm okay with this. There's a lot of... I don't know who this Katrina person was, but apparently she had a real thing for fire, and that's... okay. Alright. Oh, gosh. How much further does this go? Oh, gosh. G, H... I... F, L... M. There's so much stuff. N, P. We're still in the P's. P's. Poison. R. S. T. B. W. All water. One. Transmission. Okay. And now we're at the end. Okay, cool. So, yeah. You need your fireball to be edgy too. Yeah, basically. You know, my fireball is better because it has black flames. Alright. And that's getting on to other stuff. So, with all that done, let's get over to here. Because this is the other part of this. We've been going for about half an hour now. We've finished up. Now it's time to actually make the character. Alright. So I already determined the class is going to be a herald. And Paul decided they're going to be a plain touched. Which is basically the equivalent. Jump back to here. Plain touched is the equivalent of either... And yes, yes. So plain touched is the equivalent of either an Azamar or a Tiefling. And so let's see. I'm gonna get some things in real quick. All right, this could take a while. What's some stuff we get? Features and traits, maybe. Yes. Da, 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 da. Alright. Is there a senses thing? Is there Alright, you know what? We'll just go here. Dark vision. Lazy feet. Coo. Alright. Immortal blessing would normally reduce your hit points. Said 1. Okay. Interesting. Instead, and that's 1 per long rest. We said it said yes, long rest. Coo. Okay. So now we have to make a decision. Is our character an Azamar? Or are they a Tiefling? Which do we think would be more appropriate for a paladin-y type character? I will leave it up to the viewers. We got 1 vote for Azamar. Anyone else? I mean, alternatively, okay, 2 for Azamar. All right. I mean, I do have a coin here I could flip to determine that, but okay, all right. Packages here. Yay. Okay. Unless anybody else has a problem, right, we can go with Azamar. Azamar's fine. Okay. Let's see. So that doesn't quite fit the box, but that's fine. So what does 3 votes for Azamar. That's fine. Okay, cool. So, Azamar. Oh, fun. Alright. Let's use this trait. Celestial Legacy. Cool. See. Once per long rest. Long rest. Cool. And we get guidance. Cantrip. So that's fun. Sort of, anyway. At least he's fun. Okay. Right. Let's see. Divine Protection, resist radiant damage. Nice. Is there a place I can put that else? What other place I can put that? No. Cool. Okay. What is it? Divine Protection. Right. Let's see. Resistant. Language, innate ability to understand, recognize celestial, able to speak. Okay, fun. Okay. Okay then. That's definitely gonna. That's interesting. That's gonna be interesting. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Paragon Gift doesn't come up. Cultures. Okay. Oh boy. There's a lot of cultures. So I think I'm just gonna flip back to the big table of stuff and go, okay. So this stuff in the middle. Do you have any thoughts on the culture of our Azamar not paladin? I mean, there's no there's no requirements for any of this. It could be, think. See. And bear in mind, this is not culture is sort of where you grew up rather than, whereas your background is like what you did. Suddenly interested in circus folk. We can look at circus folk. Okay. We have 2 votes for circus folk. That was one of the I believe that was one of the suggested options. See the suggested ones: Circus Folk, Forsaken, Lone Wanderer, and Steam Forged. All right. So, Exile, Godbound. Exile could be interesting. Godbound is that's actually one I did look at. That's basically you come from a religious community. But anyway, okay, Circus Folk. Disengage as a bonus action. Proficient with improvised weapons. Deal a d6 damage. Use Dex instead of Strength for attacks. Cast Disguise Self once per long rest. Uses Int, Wisdom, or Charisma, whichever's highest. Speak, Read, Write, Common. Okay. So that's Circus Folk. Okay. We can pop over to Exile. That's not where it is. Forest down the ladder. Where the heck? Did we change it? Alright. So yeah, but Godbound, that was... yeah, raised among a religious community. I'm gonna culture. Ladrin, is it outcast? No. Right, there was no. Yeah, there's no exile option. What was it that it was? That's Circus Folk Forsaken. Okay, right, Forsaken. That's what it was. Okay, Forsaken. Here we go. Forsaken characters forced to grow up quickly. Get group eating very little and +5 speed. Long rest. Jury rig improvised toolkit. Pack rat. Roll the punches. Oof. Yeah. Okay. So what are we thinking? Circus Folk is a lot simple. Is probably a good bit simpler, or at least it's not. It's more straightforward. Forsaken is certainly interesting, and Godbound would also be kind of interesting, potentially fitting. What do we think? Bear in mind, I'm trying to get through all this, but hmm. Hmm. Circus Folk, Godbound Herald does make sense, but kind of love something outside that spirit. Yeah, I mean, well, and bear in mind, remember, this is just like where they grew up. This is not necessarily what they did. Yeah. So yeah, I think we're gonna go Circus Folk. Sure, let's do Circus Folk. It's definitely interesting, if nothing else. Okay, so Circus Folk. So Circus Folk gets us rapid escape. Okay. Do we have any other thoughts? Those one find faith in that environment. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Okay. Slapstick. Let's see. Trickster's Veil. Disguise Self. Okay, now I need. Alright. Disguise Self's first level spell. Alright, cool. just making these notes to myself so I know here's why this is a thing. Oh, circus folk is one word. Okay. Yeah. Pictures, veil, languages. Okay. Last thing. Alright. Celestial. Cool. Alright. So, got that done. Background. Backgrounds are mostly the same. I think there's a couple new ones. Let's see, right, we got acolyte, artisan, charlatan, criminal, cultist, entertainer, exile, farmer. You can't just be a farmer. Folk hero, gambler, guard, guild member, hermit, marauder, sometimes, noble, outlander, sage, sailor, soldier, trader, and urchin. So yeah. So yeah, there's a lot more backgrounds, but you know, it's I feel like they're all fairly straightforward, and this is background is more is what was your job? Okay. Yeah, it's I mean, it's okay. Okay, most of this is fairly straightforward. It's yeah. Connection just okay, yeah, connection's bad. That is fair. That is fair. So yeah, if you gotta drop out, then drop out, no problem. I should probably have like have the stream chat up somewhere on this thing, but maybe if I put together another overlay or something. Whatever. Alright, but yeah, see you later, man. Anyway. So do we have any thoughts in regards to our character's background? What do they do? So obviously they grew up in the circus. And what do? Do they stay there? Did they did they run away from the circus to get a real job? Did they I what are we thinking? What are we feeling? Are there any particular backgrounds we'd like to take a closer look at? Uh, right. Okay. Tell you what. I'm just gonna go over here. Okay. Here is the table of all the different backgrounds. They started on their hero path before joining the circus, and if not, who in the circus would have trained them? I mean, the way I'm imagining this is they were either born or raised in the circus, and the herald thing is a fairly recent development. Or at least that's how I always kind of figure this stuff works, is your background or whatever, this is what you were or did before, this is what you used to do until you decided to become an adventurer, and Yeah. You know, yeah, maybe. Yeah, trader. Okay, this is gonna seem kind of weird. This might seem a little weird, but I'm kind of feeling either criminal or farmer. I Because we've got Azamar and the circus cultist. That would be interesting. Um, but like, are we familiar with the HBO show Carnival? Carnivale, whatever, however it was pronounced. Anyway, there was a one of the major characters in that was like, okay, he's this escaped felon or this escaped criminal who worked on a farm, and this is in like the 1930s out in you know out west in Dust Bowl country. So, but he's also kind of this. There's this whole cosmic thing. It's a great series. I highly recommend it. But I don't know. I'm kind of feeling maybe one of those. Go with that vibe. But yeah, I think maybe I guess guard would probably be the most. Mm, mm, be the most one of the more obvious, more non-complicated ones. Order to pay, protect them. Okay. Hmm. Okay. All right. All right. All right. And it comes with a weapon. Charlatan? What? No. Meh. Armor would be nice. Maybe it's settled. Yeah, that was my. That's kind of my thought. Is that guy settles down, leaves the circus, tries to make just live a normal life, and then fate intervenes. I think that's kind of what I'm feeling. What do we think about that? I, I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna go with this because I think it'd be interesting. Okay, +1 to wisdom and one other ability score. I need to make an. I should probably. Right, and this is one of those things I like about this system where. Okay, so +1 was your backgrounds determine your ability score bonuses, not your uh, heritage or any other stuff. That I like that. Let's see. Nature and either animal handling or survival. Okay, we're nature, and I think sure we'll go animal handling because that seems nature and animal handling. Tool proficiencies, land vehicles. I like that they have this thing here. Vehicles. Did I spell that right? Did I spell land vehicles right? V. Okay. Unclosed shovel, mule, saddlebags, and 5 supply. Okay. You and 1 animal under your carry. Okay. Alright. Okay, suggested equipment, sure. We'll go with that. Unclosed shovel, sure. Where is it? Oh, down. It's somewhere. Equipment. Is it? Unclosed shovel. Saddlebags, I spelled that wrong. 5 supply. Where is my thing saying supply? That's way up here. 5. And we get the thingy. I guess I need to know that right. That's 17 gold for my starting money. Bit and bridle. Okay. Bridle. Supply equal to your proficiency bonus. So, 8. Alright, so. And last thing, destiny. Oh gosh. Alright, so. Okay, last thing we actually need to pick. Okay, can we see it? Okay, good, we can see it. Alright. So what is our guy's goal? Or at least what does what is his story? What is our driving force? I feel like obvious option is devotion, but I don't know. I kind of want to. So, any what do we think? What are we thinking? What are we feeling? Anything appeal, in especially? Yeah, yeah. Well, I think chaos is more about undermining authority and causing that sort of thing, whereas order, I think, would be more would be dominion, which I think is like, a suit take on a position of power, that kind of thing. Hold on. Sorry, yes, I got a package earlier. Yay, it's here. So, And if we don't have any ideas, I'm just going to go with devotion because that's obvious option for this kind of character, this kind of class. Devotion. All right. Destiny. Devotion. Let's see. Its own reward. Draw inspiration seeking duty through to the end. Gain inspiration when you complete a quest, fulfill a difficult promise, or commit an act of self-sacrifice. Who's grievous into yourself? So, its own reward. Inspiration feature. Selfless aid. Take help action, ally attacking creature. You may spend your inspiration. If you do, additional benefits help action. Okay. Selfless aid. Miraculous revival. Okay. Did I spell that right? I think I'm Clous. Okay. All right. Yes, package. I'm very happy about the thing that arrived. Anyway. So with all that stuff out of the way, good grief, so much of that stuff. Ugh. All right, now we can actually jump down to the actual class. The important stuff. All right. So. So just to save time, I'm going to do standard array for ability scores because I don't want to do math. I don't want to be doing math right now. And I think we're going to put 14 here. We get +2 to my charisma. I think it's going to be a frontliner, so yeah, gotta get that. I get a +1. I'm putting that extra +1 in my strength. I get a free +1, so that's going into strength. So that's 15, 14. I got a 13. Let's put 13 there. Let's see. So 15, 14, 13. I think 12, but I get a +1 to wisdom from my background, so that becomes a 13 as well. 15, 14, 13, 12. We go with a 10 in dex and an 8 int. So our boy is not especially smart, I'm thinking. Do we have any feelings about this array arrangement? Nothing? Okay. I'm taking silence as agreement. I guess need to be checking more often or something. Or I need to figure out how to pop this stuff out so I can actually see it while I have other stuff up. That's the thing I'm going to have to look at. Anyway. Alright. So. 10 plus con. So that's going to be 11 hit points. 11. So, admittedly, I would like to have him be stronger, but He's also got that. He's got to have decent charisma. Because what's the point? All right. D10. Da 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 da. Okay. Gear proficiencies. All right. Let's see. Medium. Let's see. Simple and martial weapon. And it's wisdom and charisma saves. Right. So wisdom and charisma saves. So that's 3, 4. All right. And let's see. 2 skills: athletics, acrobatics, history, insight, intimidation, medicine, persuasion, religion. Okay. I feel like we gotta go with athletics. Just because, I don't know, big strong guy, he's gotta have athletics. What are we feeling for the other one? I think I'm kind of torn between probably intimidation or persuasion. That would kind of determine some things. Yeah. that would kind of determine his vibe, because if he's got persuasion, then I feel like he's much more of a friendly type guy, whereas if it's intimidation, then he's big and scary. I I I kind of want to go persuasion. I'm kind of leaning a little more persuasion, slightly more toward persuasion than intimidation. Yeah. I'm gonna go persuasion. Let's go persuasion. All right. So, and I think now we've got those down. Okay, his passive stealth is 10. Passive insight is in 11. This is his passive perception. Okay. Those things. Okay. And instead of just gives a whole, give like 2 suggested sets. But of course we already spent 17 gold, so that starting 200 is now down to 183, which I'm gonna check something. Where equipment? Weapons. Okay. Let's see. It said like, what was it? Hand axe. Okay. All right. So if we drop. All right. So if we drop one of the hand axes, we can get. Or if we drop 2 hand axes, sorry. cut this down to by about 10, so that'll leave us with about 4 gold, which not bad. So I'm gonna do that. All right. Let's see. So we have 4 gold, a whole 4 gold. What do we got? 2 hand axes. And we'll get into that stuff later. A hauberk and a priest pack. Okay. Just going with it for now. Okay. Alright, so... Alright, so... Guess... And we'll get into equipment in a bit. Alright, so... Divine Sense, Lay on Hand, and Spellcasting. Okay. Oh. Alright, Divine Sense, it does what you think, what it normal is normal, da 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 da. Bonus action, 30 feet. Long rest? Okay. Alright, let's see. We get like, what, 2 I think. Celestial and Fiend, Fey and Elemental, Aberration and Undead, always sense with one chosen types within 30 feet of you, but cannot determine their number. As a bonus action, you can briefly enhance your sense to learn the location, number, and type. Oh. Interesting, interesting. Activate this feature a number of times equal to Charisma modifier, regain spends uses on finishing a long rest. Okay. Alright, let's see. Lay on Hands, we know how this works. Okay, you've got 5 points worth of Lay on Hands. Spellcasting. Oh, fun. Alright. So, this gets interesting because this game's paladins, they start with spells. So, alright. Okay. Here's my, so that's a 12, that's going to be plus 4. Okay, let's see. So I have 2 cantrips, and I know... let's see. So my charisma modifier is 2. My level is 1, but it rounds half your herald level, minimum of 1. Charisma modifier plus half your herald level, minimum 1 spell. So I think I have 2 spells. Because in the example here, it's include 4 spell. Okay, 14 charisma at 5th level gets you 4 spells. So I think they round down. So I get 2. I know 2 spells of 1st level spells. All right, and we're gonna flip ahead to where the spell list. Okay, so yeah, you get it is kind of nice. This is also the class where they decided to separate smites as their own separate thing. It's very fun. So let's see. I think our guy, he already has guidance, so I think I'm gonna give him mending. And we get one other thing. resistance, I guess. Sure. I could have gone. I suppose I could have gone with light. That would be maybe okay, but anyway. And first level spells. I think. Let's go with heroism and part of me wants to go with cure wounds just as a safe bet. Just as a... But Divine Favor might be fun. Yeah, let's do that. Divine Favor. Alright. So there's all our spells and stuff. Okay. Deal bonus radiant damage with your attacks. That's handy because I don't get smites until second level. But anyway. So, equipment. Got some other details about the equipment. Attack bonus is going to be a whopping +5. Hand axes do D6 slashing. Slashing range of 20/60. Okay. And I guess would I include this on the equipment? I guess so. Let's see. Okay. Breaker, wood, defensive light, dual wheel. Oh gosh, that's... Let me just copy all of that. That's a lot. Breaker, wood, defensive light, dual wielding. Okay. So that all means stuff like so yeah. Yeah, so the breaker wood means I think if you hit someone with this weapon and their shield, I think it'll break the shield. Defensive means you can use a light shield and not suffer any problems. Dual wielding, actually, let's just hop down here. All right, so yeah, weapon deals double damage to unattended objects like doors and walls. Property only applies a specific type of material. Dual wielding, designed to be wielded in concert with another weapon. When wielding another weapon in your main hand, does not have the heavy property. You can use your bonus action to make an attack with this weapon. And defensive, designed to be used with shield of stated degree or lighter. When you make an attack with this weapon using shield designed for it, you can use bonus action to either make an attack with your shield or increase your AC by 1 until the start of your next turn. So yeah, hand axe is surprisingly versatile. Pretty solid weapon, actually. Good choice, good weapon to go with. So that's our weapon. Armor. Okay. And we have a hauberk. There's a lot of terms for things. Okay, halberd. Ooh, wow. Heavy armor. Ooh. Okay. AC of 16. Strength 13 required. Cool. Medium speed 30, I think. Let me see. What was it? Halberd. Low maintenance. That's handy. Wrong word. I know how to spell words. Okay. And what else? What else was there? We're almost out of time. Yeah. Solid hand axe. Solid option. Yeah. Was there something else? Was there maybe something else I was gonna do or look at or? Oh right. Skills. Yes. Last thing. We get skill specialties. So right, we get 2 skill specialties at this level. We get no bonus ones because we are kind of a dumb. So let's go and pick some specialties. Athletics. Who's it? Persuasion. Persuasion. I will say persuasion, peacemaking. And I think D4 maybe? I don't know. I'll have to check that in a second. And other skill, animal handling maybe. Calming. I'm gonna double check where the expertise die. Expertise dice, page 11. Cool. 1d4. Cool. All right. So. So our guy, if he's trying to get like 2 people to calm down and play nice, he would get to roll in addition to his proficiency bonus of plus. Presumably it would be. I don't know. Does it? Presumably it would be charisma, though they don't specify. But right, if he were trying to get 2 people to like calm down and stop fighting, he would, in addition to getting the bonus from proficiency and possibly his charisma bonus, he'd also get to roll a d4. So, handy. All right, but I'm gonna save this real quick. I don't even have a name for this guy, so we'll just call him okie doke. But calm this down, and we are going to switch back here. All right. And it is 6:30. I've been going for about an hour and a half, which is normally about as long as I go. But I've enjoyed this. I hope you've enjoyed it too. Next week I'll definitely be streaming. Probably gonna be back to streaming more Solasta. That'll be fun to do. This will be going up on YouTube in a couple of days. If you're watching this on YouTube and want to watch me stream live, again, link stuff down there. Librarian Writer Geek. I'm the same person here and on YouTube and on Twitch. It's great and wonderful. Other stuff, Twitch, personal website. Go there, find things. I'm doing stuff there pretty much all the time. No problem, Valerie. I had a lot of fun with it, even if my throat is feeling kind of weird. But yeah, that's me, and I'll see you guys. See you next week. Bye.